Okay. Arnold Palmer, nicknamed the King, lived his life to the fullest. Many of you know him from the iconic Arizona iced tea drink that many of you probably love. But I know him as one of the greatest golfers to ever play the game of golf. Mr. Palmer grew up around golf. He was raised into a really wealthy family. His father was a head professional at a country club in Pennsylvania. However, he did not have it that easy. His father suffered from polio. Because of this, Arnold Palmer worked many long hours at the golf course. By doing so, he earned a golf scholarship at Wake Forest in North Carolina. He played college golf for a couple years, and he dropped out because of a detrimental death of a very close friend named Bud Worsham. He later joined the Coast Guard after this for 3 years. After the fact, he worked on his golf game and his golf career after serving for the Coast Guard. He returned to competitive golf in 1954, which he later turned pro after winning the U.S. Amateur, which is a very hard thing to do. Most golfers would agree with that. He turned pro in 1955 after he clutched a victory in the Canadian Open in his very first season playing professional golf. Palmer's humble charisma and attitude turned golf into a very compelling television event. By his good looks and his modest background and the way he carried himself on and off the golf course, he took many risks and wore his emotions on his sleeve. By doing this, Palmer created a very large fan base for the game of golf. 3 years later, he won his first major championship, the Masters, held at Augusta National in 1958, which the Masters is one of the biggest tournaments and most prestigious tournaments to win out of 4 majors. So that is a very big deal. He later finished second by 1 shot in the Open Championship in 1960. This was very important because not many Americans played in the Open Championship in this day because it was so far away overseas and the prize purse was very small. Palmer showed many people by this that he could play and be one of the greatest players to ever live. The following 2 years, Palmer won the Open Championship back-to-back. He later created a fan base iconically known as Arnie's Army. Mr. Palmer meant a great deal to the game of golf. Arnold Palmer won a total of 76 PGA Tour wins, which is very hard to do, and he still holds one of the highest records to do so, along with Jack Nicklaus and Sam Snead. He retired in 2006, and in 2007 he started serving as the honorary starter for the Masters and continued to until he passed away. And a starter is one that starts and reads off every competitor playing in that tournament off of the first tee, so that meant a lot to a lot of players playing in the Masters. He also owned and founded the Bay Hill Club in Orlando, Florida, where he lived, and he held his own tournament there annually. Arnold Palmer also helped found the Golf Channel, which is very known, and Palmer also started a business called Palmer Course Design, with designing 300 courses across the nation. Arnold Palmer and his late wife Winnie Palmer, she passed away from a prolonged illness at 65, and she just couldn't take it anymore. Arnold Palmer, they also started a children's hospital together called Arnold Palmer's Children's Hospital in Orlando, Florida. Arnold Palmer passed away at the age of 87 on September 5th, 2016. Arnold Palmer was not only a great golfer, but a charitable and honorary man. I couldn't think of a better way to describe golf than Arnold Palmer. Personally, I was really touched by his passing because I looked up to him so much, and he was such a great man and golfer, and I feel like that motivated me to want to be better in the game of golf. So it's very upsetting that he passed away. His legacy will carry on for decades, and he will never be forgotten. Thank you.